If I had to put my money to work right now, these are the 5 setups I'd be paying attention to this week. Yo, what is going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you're having a God-blessed day. Today, everybody that comments down below is going to get our High IV playbook, which is a must-read if you're trading or selling options in a market like this, which is a blessing and a curse for us option sellers. So if you want that, I will personally respond back to you. So just drop a comment. And while you're down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I'm dropping some heat for y'all today, guys. I'm going to show you guys 5 setups that you want to pay attention to, especially if you're a smart option seller, okay? Meaning we collect in the premiums from those silly little options buyers. So let's go over the shoulder and start talking about this, guys. You know we are already in earnings season. Talk about a crazy week of earnings, and we are not done yet, because the following week we're gonna be right back at it, okay? And there's a bunch of earnings coming up this week that I'm paying attention to, and we'll talk about it all through this video, okay? So if you don't know this website, just called earningshub.com, definitely have this up. I always have this tab up basically, and I watch it every single morning, and it makes it really easy for my simple man's brain. Like, hey, if I would just want to see, somebody's past earnings, I could just click in here, I could go through things, I could listen to the reports, see the estimates, see a little AI summary, like all that cool stuff. Again, I like to keep things simple here. If you like simple stuff, you're at the right place, guys. So let's get into these setups. All right, some of y'all gonna hurt me for this one, but me personally, dude, I'm a big believer in Square, now called Block. I am. And guys, this is what happens when a growth company stops meeting those expectations, right? Now, me personally, I do believe in Block long term. Obviously, go do your own due diligence, your own research, right? I believe in Block long term. But if you saw their last earnings, it's not that it was bad, it just missed expectations, right? And it has been missing its earnings expectations for the past few quarters, which obviously they were down, I believe it was like closer to 25%, which is crazy. Down 20%. So, wow, what just happened to my screen? So, what am I looking at? Me personally, I am looking at the cash secured puts. I think this is a fantastic setup for the cash secured puts. You could see with our overlay on our with our Bollinger Bands, we are trading below the bottom Bollinger Band, right? Like, this is a very good setup in my opinion, right? Now, I do believe this is a long way to recovery for Block, but me personally, I don't think we're going to be going much lower than 40 on Block. That's just my opinion. I also like to add in the moving averages as well. I'm just going to add a 200-day moving average for right now. Our 200-day moving average is 71.94 on Block, and I've been an investor in Square for a very long time. I know there was some slowdown with Cash App and stuff. Like I said, there are some executive sketchy things. He's not that very good at execution, in my opinion. But I do believe in it long term, and this stock has been good to me with premium generation, and to see it on sale like this, just DCAing down with the cash secured puts, for me is the play. Next one, paying attention to, is Celsius, another one of my favorite ones to sell options on, not recently, but towards the beginning of the year, end of last year. I believe it's a little too pricey, in my opinion, at the levels that it's currently at. That's just me, right? I've gotten into debates about this. This is just my opinion. But we have Celsius, right, on the 6th, before open, reporting earnings. Massive expectations here. Massive expectations here for Celsius. Now, I am Team Celsius. If you're a long-term viewer on the channel, you guys already know. That's my thing, right? That's giving me my White Monster kick, right? That's giving me my Red Bull kick, right? So, like, I do like Celsius better than both of those products. When I get an energy drink, when I'm getting gas, I will get it. But I don't believe that people are going to be spending they're not spending as much as they used to, at least in the past quarters, right? So I don't know. I'm hopeful, of course, but then again, I want them to have a terrible earnings and it drops, because I would love to do some more cash secure puts on this thing, right? I want to be below our 200-day moving average. So I'm watching this. I'm watching this like a hawk. Obviously go, watch it for yourself. I would love to see it back where it was, like in this, 21 level. Obviously, that's probably not gonna. I don't think it's gonna drop that far. But I would love to do cash secured puts at like 20, maybe 25. So we're keeping an eye out on that earnings, and we'll see what that's gonna happen. Next one is AMD. Again, mentioned a bunch of times on the channel. I love AMD under $100. Right? Earnings are going to be also on the 6th, but coming out after close. Again, massive expectations here. Watching it like a hawk. I'm not going to touch this thing on the cash secured put side or covered call side until we see what actually happens at this earning report. You could kind of see, for the most part, AMD has just been kind of in this middle Bollinger Band area, kind of just ping-ponging around, not making any drastic moves. It kind of just recovered at the start of April when we saw a big, massive pullback across the board, right? And then it's just kind of been, playing in this like 90 range, right? Still, in my opinion, a great stock trading well below 129. However, when I compare, value, when I look at like value investing, which I do believe in ways, I am a value investor. I like to not necessarily go into like if I had to pick, for example, Nvidia over AMD, right? Like I'm going Nvidia because when you look at the PE ratios, financials, all that just looks so much better on Nvidia when opposed to looking at AMD. However, I'm still very bullish on AMD. I like both of the companies, but if I had to put my poker chips right into one, it would be Nvidia. But I am going to be watching AMD. If this thing pulls back, right, towards this like 79 level, even 80 level, I would love to do some cash secured puts at like 70, 65, just to collect some free juice on AMD, because those premiums are going to be absolutely juiced up. Next one is Pepsi. Mentioned this one as well a few times, right? Pepsi, I think, is being slept on like crazy. Like, obviously, all the stuff that they're gonna have to change with their ingredients and all that stuff, that's fantastic. That is a good thing, guys, right? But obviously, the stock market doesn't react well to that sort of things. But the hundreds of brands under the Pepsi umbrella, in my opinion, Pepsi is unstoppable, and I'm very, very bullish on Pepsi to recover and once again hit all-time highs. This is one of my favorite stocks to do the quad option strategy on because we have a great dividend. We could do great cash secured puts with decent premium returns, right? We also can do great covered calls with great premium returns, right? And again, collecting that dividend along the way and that appreciation sale along the way. So for me, with Pepsi trading in this 130 range, which it has not been, right? It has not been in this 130 range since literally 2021, March 2021, and we all know what happened around around then. So to me, I am very, very bullish on Pepsi. I don't see many people talking about it, but in my opinion, great for quad option strategy, great dividend, and a great company that has a ton of brands. And then I believe they're finalizing their acquisition of Poppy. They might have already done it. I got to go look at that. But Poppy, in my household, that's like everybody, we all drink it, right? And it's a great, like, one of those like probiotic or whatever, prebiotic, whatever that thing is, bro. Like, see, I ain't even smart. I don't know, but it's good. I don't do it for the health benefits. I do it just because it's great, like healthier, quote unquote soda, right? And, it's fantastic and they're buying them, right? So, for me, I think that's going to be huge, right? for Pepsi. Okay. And being at this bottom Bollinger Band, man, that's crazy. In the last 5 years, not to even be in this range, I don't know. It's being slept on. And of course, we got to mention our SoFis, right? This is one of the favorite community stocks to run our cash secured puts and our covered calls on, okay? Now, there isn't really much here. There's not much juice to be squeezed right now on SoFi. I saw a bunch of people in our community were doing covered calls in that like 14, 15 range, which is, fantastic in my opinion. But right now for cash secured puts, obviously, we're not seeing anything great, right? We had a great opportunities, when SoFi was down to in that $9 range at the start of April. But right now, it's just, if you got assigned at those levels, this is the time I'd say it makes sense to do, run those covered calls, collect the juicy premiums. Guys, that is it for today's video. Make sure to drop a comment down below and I will personally send you our high IV playbook. And if you're somebody who's looking for a more hands-on approach on building an option selling portfolio, the 1-year incubator may be a good fit for you. If you want to learn more about about that, the link will be down below in the description of today's video. So make sure to go check that out. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see y'all tomorrow.